It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And the spotlight is on these Chiefs' creative quarterback.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Chiefs and the 49ers.
All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Connects with Kittle underneath. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 31-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Jake Moody now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. And they'll be led out by their 9th-year quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Good footwork at the 30. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a yard.
They'll drop the throw.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Back to throw again.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively, and 2nd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. In motion, the tight end, Kelce. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco headed right.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him.
Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Short throw hauled in by Kelce. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. You look at this Niner defense.
And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
That's into the hands of Worthy. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, and they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll set up to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
In motion, the tight end Kelce. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll look to throw here on first down.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Here's 2nd and 7. A quick throw caught by Rice.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Got a man. That's Ayuk. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4.
At the 36-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Now a play fake here on first down. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath.
And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down. This will be brought down just outside the red zone. Mark him at the 21.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They're going to look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage. That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
And 10 yards to go.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. Coverage defensively by Trent McDuffie.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Chiefs offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
They'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
2nd and 11 now. A give right side for Pacheco.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Chiefs on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for KC. 44 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he rifles one incomplete.
2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. This is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Rashee Rice
29 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Down the left sideline.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game. A tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. and you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Yetur Gross-Matos in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's into the hands of Worthy. The Chiefs at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Pacheco fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Chiefs are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
A throw left side for Pearson is complete.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
They'll look to throw again.
That's into the hands of Pearson on the right side. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Here.
He'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Brandon Ayuk.
45 yards.
And the Niners get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far and down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They're going to look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught. Downfield is Pearsall. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
McCaffrey diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Steele. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
They'll set up a throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. 31 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5.
Butker now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for the Niners. And a very appropriate gain as well, 49 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back to throw. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. With his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Escapes the defender.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. He'll look to throw.
He'll drop this off to Pacheco.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 23. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt.
Brought down at the 20.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
He'll drop to throw.
That's complete, left side to Worthy.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Holding offense.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run with Pacheco.
Calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Butker's kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down at 7.
They'll look to throw here. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now back to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. They'll set up to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're going to look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They'll look to throw again. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Here's Pacheco headed right.
And different running back, same result as they stop him behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. Butker's kick here is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Pass to Ayuk, and he's got him on the comeback route. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
A big play here. 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Running left to give to Pacheco.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
Past the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius.
To the 28-yard line.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Though certainly in a pickle here, they have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line.
The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chiefs, their good start.